Hey everybody, I'm Rick Beato. So back in March, I made a video called How AI Will Fail Like the Music Industry. In that video, I predicted that all these data centers that are being built now, many of them will never get finished. They will not be needed because people are going to use AI programs, local LLMs that are not connected to the internet. Because the same thing happened in the music industry 25 years ago. People used to record in recording studios. Now they record at home on their computers because they don't need recording studios because computers have gotten so much faster. Now, since that video came out, I went to buy a few hard drives. Now, I typically use solid state hard drives that are 4 to 8 terabytes, and the kind I use are Samsung. When I bought these, let's say a year ago, they costed, I don't know, $250 for a 4 terabyte and maybe $430 for an 8 terabyte. So I haven't bought any in a while, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy some stuff because I don't go over drives. I just keep using, I buy new ones, use them, I back them up to the cloud, I back them up places. So I go into this place, I ask the guy, hey, can you unlock the cabinet? They have in cabinets and stuff. So can you unlock the cabinet? And all of a sudden I look in the cabinet, I see $2,000. And I said to the guy, $2,000, what's that for? He goes, that's for the 4 terabyte hard drive. I'm like, $2,000? That's insane. And I see the 8 terabyte one, $4,000 for an 8 terabyte. $4,000. They had a couple of them in there. I said, what's up? He said, oh, yeah, they've gone up 1,000% since last October. It's like 1,000%. And you have almost none in there. Yeah, because we can't even get them anymore. And I said, why? Because they're using them in the data centers. They've already been bought up. They're buying them before they even get manufactured. So they can't even get any. The same thing is happening with RAM. Go try and buy RAM at places. It's incredibly expensive if they even have it. So if you're trying to build a computer, it's almost impossible to do that. So then I was like, okay, I need to get some new cards, memory cards, SD cards for the camera that I'm recording on right now. Those have tripled in prices. Anything with storage have gone insanely just through the roof in price. Well, since then, over the last month, I started seeing things like this. All these new computers that are coming out that are basically built to run local LLMs like I predicted in my video in March, okay? Check some of these out.
Today, I'm excited to announce the AMD Ryzen AI Halo, a new reference platform for local AI deployment. This is the smallest AI development system in the world, capable of running models with up to 200 billion parameters locally, not connected to anything.
Microsoft and NVIDIA have just announced the world's most powerful and efficient thin and light Windows PC ever. In their words, AI creation, 3D rendering, and multimodal workflows run simultaneously with up to 1 petaflop of AI compute and the ability to run 120 billion parameter models locally.
Now, today, I'm going to show you how to build and run agentic AI workflows entirely on your Mac using MLX. No cloud, no API keys, just your hardware doing the work.
Now, in the last video, I ran a local LLM, meaning it was on my computer and not connected to the internet. The internet was turned off and I was using it. That was a 36 billion parameter LLM. They have LLMs on Hugging Face, the website that I got it from. They have over 1 trillion parameter LLMs. Now, to run a 1 trillion parameter LLM, I know, just stick with me here, you need a minimum of, I think, 512 gigabytes of RAM, but you really need 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes, 4 terabytes of RAM, which is difficult to do. But now they're building these computers that are optimized to run local LLMs, just like I predicted. What does that mean? Well, companies like NVIDIA have their own LLMs that you can download from their website. You can get LLMs that are open source on Hugging Face. You can find them places, right? People are starting to use them, and the manufacturers, the people that build these computers, Apple, Google, HP, Microsoft, all these companies are building computers that can run local LLMs because 90% of what most people need to do, they can just run on their computer on a local LLM. You don't need a data center to do that. Now, another thing is going on at the same time. Kids, not only my kids, all my kids' friends and college students, so many people I talk to hate AI. They don't just hate AI slop AI videos, things like that. They hate the concept of AI. They hate AI music. Anytime they see anything related to AI, they want to run from it as quickly as possible. They don't want to hear about AI music. I'm not saying that people are not using AI or kids are not using AI, but there's a real anti-AI movement out there. As you can see from these clips of people giving commencement addresses, like Eric Schmidt, who used to be at Google.
Time magazine selected its Person of the Year for 2025. And this time, it was the architects of artificial intelligence. Interesting.
The rise of artificial intelligence is the next industrial revolution. Whoa. What happened?
AI is rewriting production as we sit here. I know it. Deal with it. Like I said, it's a tool. Hey, like I said, you can hear me now or you can pay me later.
So if kids don't want to use AI and you can run AI locally on your computer, not connected to the internet, what are these data centers for? Obviously, you need to train these AI programs, but do you need data centers that are the size of 60 football fields? I was driving to see a friend yesterday, and I drove into his neighborhood, lives here in Atlanta, and I noticed 2 flock cameras as you come in. Well, one that films you coming, one that films you going. And I asked him, I said, what's up with the flock cameras? I don't know. Our HOA decided to put them in. There's nothing I can do about them. If you guys don't know what flock cameras are, they're cameras that basically take your license plate. They can do all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of great videos out there. So what are they doing with all this information from these flock cameras? We are being surveilled everywhere. They're gathering all this information about people. You go to the airport, you have your picture taken getting on the plane, you have it taken getting off the plane, you go to another country, they take your pictures. All of it is all facial recognition. All this stuff is being stored. I guess it's being stored on these $2,000 4 terabyte solid state hard drives in the data centers. I don't know why they need it. I need it to store my videos on so I can make stuff for YouTube here. Now, YouTube uses data centers, but they use it to send the videos out over the entire world. I'd love to know your thoughts about this. I just thought I'd do this updated video on it because it's amazing to me how many new things have come out since I made my last video just a few months ago. It's really incredible. Love to know your thoughts. Leave a comment, hit subscribe. Thanks for watching.